Good evening, children. Today we're going to have the next lesson in English, lesson number 13, Sultan Ghiyasuddin in the Qazi's court. So that was a beautiful music, and let us see today what is the story about Sultan Ghiyasuddin in the Qazi's court. I've already done the reading for you. Now we're going to check what the story tells us. Now Sultan Ghiyasuddin Azam Shah was a wise ruler of the eastern province of Bengal, whose capital was Sonargaon. So here you have the picture of Sultan Ghiyasuddin, and even the map that shows that he was ruling those places in the eastern province of Bengal, and the name of his capital was Sonargaon. He was a very wise ruler and he ruled the people well. Now he had a great respect for learned men and had a very deep regard for law. He said if law is there, then everything is there. So he respected learned men and he had deep regard for law. What happened once that he had a habit or a hobby of practicing with his bow and arrow, as all the rulers do. So he was practicing with his bow and arrow. Suddenly what happened? He accidentally killed the only son of a poor widow. And what happened? The widow started crying. She was really heartbroken and she didn't knew what to do. So the heartbroken widow went and complained to the Qazi. Now her son was killed and she had nowhere to turn to, and ultimately she made up her mind and she said, now I'm going to go to the court and I'm going to complain to the Qazi. Now even the Qazi was an upright man. The Qazi is a judge. So he summoned the Sultan to his court. Now he thought that this is something very grave mistake committed by the Sultan, and he should be called for. He should be accountable of what he has done. Therefore he was called in the court of Qazi. Now when the officer from the Qazi's court went to give this message to the Sultan, the guards were shocked when they heard what the officer had to say. And therefore they got very scared and they said, no, you cannot enter the palace because you are accusing the Sultan of some grave mistake or some problem. You cannot accuse because he is a Sultan. So what happened is, now the officer was really in a fix. He did not know what to decide. He did not know what to do, because if he does not give a sermon to the Sultan, he wouldn't be allowed to enter the Qazi's court. So he did not have any other reason, and he couldn't excuse himself. So he, by hook or by crook, he had to give the message to the Sultan. So he came up, since he was a very brilliant man, he came up with a lovely idea. What was it? We shall see. Now, what was that? It was the idea of the officer to sound the azan. Azan is a call for prayer. Now, all those who are Muslims will know what is an azan and what is a call for prayer. And the Sultan was really very disturbed and confused, thinking, who is this person now giving untimely sound of azan, because it's not a time for prayer? And why is that there is a sound of azan? And immediately ordered the guards to bring the person before him who had untimely given the sound of azan. When the officer was brought in, he started trembling. Now, trembling here means shaking with fear, with due to punishment. Now, for example, why was he trembling? He was trembling because he thought, now what will the Sultan do to me? Because I have wrongly sounded the azan at the untimely, not at the time of the azan, and therefore he started trembling with fear. But he gathered all his courage and gave the summon to Sultan. Means he went and he told the Sultan, I am here, please forgive me for giving an untimely sound of the azan, but I am here to convey something else. And what was that? That was the message from the Qazi to let him appear in the court of the Qazi. Then the Sultan understood the matter and let the officer go, who had come to summon him. So the next day the Sultan decided that yes, whatever he had done is wrong and he is accountable for his actions. He is responsible for what he has done. And what he had done, he had killed the son of the poor widow. So he was accountable for his actions. Therefore, he decided that he was going to go and meet the Qazi. So as soon as he entered the court of the Qazi, everybody stood up and paid the respect to the Sultan. But Qazi did not stand up. He stood because he was a judge. He knew that Sultan is someone who is a very, very important person, and therefore everybody stood up. But here now, Qazi was someone who would judge what was right and what was wrong. So he decided of not standing up but sitting and maintaining his respect and his position. So when the Qazi told the Sultan that what crime that he had committed, that is his offense, a crime or a wrong deed, and Sultan heard everything and he calmly accepted his mistake, his crime, which made the poor widows happy and satisfied. After the case was over, the Qazi got up and with due respect bowed before the Sultan, because after all he was the king. Sultan was the king, and it was the duty of the Qazi to bow before the Sultan. So earlier he did not bow, but later after the case was solved, he stood up and paid his respect to the Sultan. Now what happened is, suddenly drawing out the hidden sword from his robe, he told the Qazi that he was happy. So that was a sword that was hidden inside the robe of the Sultan. So he drew out the sword and he told the Sultan that good that you did not neglect your duty, or you were accountable for what you have done wrong. So he was very happy that the Sultan accepted his mistake and had duly paid the widow what her dues were. So even the widow was satisfied and she was very happy because the guilty person, that was the Sultan, was brought to the court and given the due punishment, and he accepted his punishment, or his crime. And so the Qazi said that the Sultan said, he told the Qazi that if you did not obey you did not give the sermon that I'm a wrong person and I've done something wrong, I would have slayed you with this sword. So because the Qazi had not wavered from his duty. And what happened? Instead of that, the Qazi then pulled out a whip from under his cushion and pointed out to the Sultan and said, "Thank God that you accepted your crime, your wrong deed, or else if had you to say no, then I would have whipped you in front of the entire court." Now what happened is, they were really, the people in the court were really surprised at what the Qazi and the Sultan had to say about each other, because both had abided by the law and the law was the final thing, and they had obeyed the law and they were happy, and in fact the widow also was happy and satisfied. What did they do? They stood up and embraced each other. Looking at their intelligence, the whole of the court praised the two people, that was the Sultan and Qazi. So this is how the friendship was also kept, and the respect of the Sultan also remained the same, and even he also maintained his position without deterring from his duty. Both of them had carried out their duties, and even the widow was happy with everything that was going on. So that was a beautiful story about Sultan Ghiyasuddin in the Qazi's court. So nothing is above the law. Law is for everyone, and it is the same for everyone. If you have committed a mistake, you have to accept that mistake and give the best judgment. So that's all for the story. Thank you.